Hello, my name is Jason and welcome back to I Have a Story. I don't even know where to start today's video off at. I guess I ought to start out in thanking Em, and I have to leave her name at that because it's too dangerous in my life to even be able to share the people in it. I've even had professional people in my life that's been threatened and walked away because they were too scared to even stay by my side. I thank my counselor that she's strong and she didn't walk away. So I thank you for that, Stephanie. Em came and visited me and put together some charities, and yeah, I have some wonderful people in my life. I really do. But she brought me a new computer and microphones so I can get back on the air and share my stories. Today's story, you see it behind me. It's what's left in my house. I don't even know what happened. My friend and I were sitting in the living room, and he heard a noise and got up and started looking around. I said, "Is there a fire outside?" "No, there shouldn't be. We haven't been burning nothing. No, there shouldn't be any reason for a fire to be outside." But he walks out the front door, and I follow behind him, and there's a fire on my front porch. He jumps off the porch. I run inside, grab the fire extinguisher. The time I opened the cabinet, grabbed the fire extinguisher, and turned around, I couldn't even find the fire extinguisher. It was so full of smoke that I couldn't even see. So I ran into the living room. I couldn't get back out the front door. I couldn't even see the front door. I went out the back door. On my way through, I just grabbed my phone right off the desk as I went by my desk. And I could hear my friend outside screaming for me to get out, get out. By the time I made it out the back door, my entire house was completely engulfed in flames. The entire house. The whole thing. 50 feet long from front to back. Completely engulfed in less than 30 seconds. I even got burned and almost didn't get out. Here's a picture of my face. I don't know what happened. I just know I almost died again. I hate to think like a victim, but I push it out of my head because so much has happened to me in my life that I can't let it take over my life. But I sent my counselor a picture, told her what happened, and the first thing and her response was her fears of this having been done intentionally. I was fighting that, didn't want to think that. Can't live in fear. So much happens in my life that if I let it all, it would overwhelm me. So, a friend, he was been wonderful. He's like a brother to me. He brought me this tent, and his family brought me this tent. I didn't know it also came with indoor plumbing, running water. He pulled the tent out, and it looked like Swiss cheese. The mice apparently decided they wanted to live in it, but it kept me dry and, for the most part, and warm. So I want to thank them for bringing me this tent. But I don't know what happened. My friend said to me, he said, "Jason, are you stupid? You aired a video that pissed her off." She didn't let you talk to the kids for an entire week again because she's just allowed to do that. That's what's good for children and dads. Just be allowed to do whatever you want with them and use them as tools and manipulate situations because it's all about the kids, right? He said, you heard that video. She didn't let you talk to the kids for another week. The following week, my lug nuts were loosened on the front left wheel of my car, which I lost my car in the fire too. As you can see, I even lost the camper that was donated after I aired my video and had been talking about what I wanted to do for other people and give them a vacation. This camper was donated to me. We redid the inside of it. Materials were all donated. As you can see, it's gone too. So he said, you heard the video and pissed her off. She didn't let you talk to the kids for a week. Following week, your lug nuts are loosened on the front left wheel of your car 2 days in a row. Then the following week, your house burns to the ground. I don't know what happened. I know that if it wasn't for all the things in my life, I wouldn't have to worry about what happened or the attacks that still continued to take place after this happened. My lug nuts have been loosened on my car 3 times since I started airing videos and started making my story public. 2 different vehicles. The first vehicle it happened to, and for those who don't know, and I hope you never have to, the correlation of the front left wheel is when your front left wheel falls off, which way does your car go? Into oncoming traffic. Now that happened on a car that I had, the car I talked about back in my videos a year ago, that the car that I got saved from a junkyard. Oh, when the front wheel came off, the car hit the ground, the wheel went through the fender well, through into my door, tore up the whole side of the car. Front end hit the ground, bent the frame. Car went back to the junkyard. Mysteriously, a totally different car that was actually donated to me again by a man who has disabilities and lost his driver's license because of his disabilities, and said, hey, I can't drive my car anymore. I'll give it to you. You already take me to places I need to go, and you do it for your whole community. You deserve to have this car. That's the car that got burned up in the fire. So what am I supposed to think? Do I really live in fear over being a victim? Do I think that maybe I was Hitler in a previous life and I just deserve all this just mysterious things that just seem to keep happening to me? Everybody else around me seems to be victimized enough by it that they're thinking it now. We try to find signs and things. This happened the day before my daughter's birthday. Is that a sign? Am I supposed to not look at these things? Am I supposed to not think? I tried not to, and other people did it for me. And then what happens when you're at your lowest? The devil comes knocking at your door every chance he can get. And that's exactly what happened. I don't even know what more to say. So now I'm homeless too. What chance do I have? I guess I'll make another video for that tomorrow. Thank you, for getting me back on the air. Stay tuned for my show tomorrow. The beginning of the end. That's what this is for me. There is no more hope. There's no more chance for me. I've lost it all. I'll even explain to you why I can't even talk to my kids anymore. It's become so dangerous that I can't even call and talk to my kids. I don't see any more future or hope. I have no chance of it. Oh, God. Just stay tuned tomorrow, beginning of the end, and I'll explain to you why it is. Why I can't even call and talk to my kids anymore. Why my life has become so dangerous, so impossible. It was impossible before this, and I still wanted to be the man to prove that I can handle Mission Impossible. I asked before if I had a breaking point. I think I found it. My life went from Mission Impossible to Mission Hopeless. I don't have any hope anymore. It's the beginning of the end.